What's going on, people? Welcome back to another video from PremPods. Back from the international break, finally.
Yep.
Back into Gameweek 8, the English Premier League. And we start with a fiery fixture, 12:30, Saturday, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Tottenham against West Ham United.
I think this is going to be a good game, although I haven't actually scored it like that.
Okay.
I've only said 2 goals in the whole game, and they're going to share it. I've gone 1-1.
Bosh!
Like you said before the international break, Tottenham are bottlers, and we
Yeah.
witnessed them do.
Yeah, I see. I told you.
I honestly thought that they had turned a page, and I always think this was Spurs.
You did. You were right.
Yeah?
Halfway through the game.
Oh, yeah.
And they still managed to
To capitulate.
from that position as well, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah,
but...
it is sad. It is sad.
It's really sad. It's pathetic.
But yeah, I've gone 1-1 just because on the basis of the fact that I don't really think it matters if Tottenham are home or away. If they're going to chuck a game, they're going to chuck a game.
Yeah.
So West Ham, I think, are good enough to keep the scoreline down. Like we always say, it could end up being 5-6-0 Tottenham. Football is a weird game. But I've gone 1-1.
I've gone with a draw as well, but Desmond. Straight in with a Desmond in the first game. There is going to be goals in this game for sure.
Yes.
I'm on the same belief of you. I think they're going to share the spoils of this game. But again, both strange teams. Both teams can turn up, turn the other over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a difficult game to actually pick through, but definitely there'll be goals in the game. So that's why I'm going with 2-2. Can't really choose between the two. Yeah, I'm back after international break. First game back can always be a bit tetchy.
I get what you're saying. 12:30 as well.
Yeah.
We always say banana skin, so that could
Absolutely.
definitely happen.
But this is I wouldn't really say this is a banana skin in a way, because this is actually
really.
just a tough game.
It's a good game for both
Yeah,
of them.
that's what I'm
Whoever
saying.
comes out on top will be pleased.
Yeah,
If-
like a Liverpool versus Ipswich, or like them type of
No.
games. This is a tough game, no matter what what time it is or anything like that.
I do get you on that one.
But yeah, 1-1, 2-2, both gone with draw. So move on to the next one.
The next one is Fulham against Aston Villa, mate. Craven Cottage.
Yeah.
They got their new stand in. I'll be buzzing with it. Yeah, I think they got the new stand in. It looks pretty cool. I've seen a YouTube video.
Ticket prices are a joke.
It's just London, isn't it, mate? It's London, mate.
Yeah, but no, honestly, yeah, like 3 or 4 grand. But it's Fulham, okay, it's London, I understand, and I know where it is in London as well. But, it's Fulham.
It is Fulham. It's Fulham. They could go down in it, but not anytime soon, I don't think.
Not
anytime
soon.
soon.
Pretty stable with this team at the moment. Just got
Could change very quickly.
buying players from the top clubs as well is important.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's just as important that they come in and just hit the ground running, which
Yes.
some of them have done. Smith Rowe, Iwobi's been a consistent player for Fulham for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Pereira as well, the same. They're going the right way about things, and this is a hard one again. Honestly, I'm tempted to go for another draw.
I've gone quite tight.
I'm going 1-1.
Then 1-1.
I'm going to draw again, which I've never ever done.
You think Fulham are going to keep Villa to 1 goal?
I think they can do. Yeah, I think they can do.
So if they disrupt the way that they play through the midfield, then I understand it. Because if Fulham start not being able to push the ball wide like they like to do, and Fulham stop it, and Fulham's wing backs are pretty decent, I understand what you're saying. I've gone 3-2 Villa.
Bosh!
I think high scoring game. Fulham do like bigger clubs coming down there, as we've seen in the past. They beat Spurs, they beat different teams. They've done well against us, home and away.
Newcastle recently.
Newcastle
to them, and they showed why Newcastle away form is still terrible.
Well, exactly. But I think it's going to be quite close. I think they'll struggle containing Villa down the wings, depending on who plays on the wings and if they turn up. I think Robinson will struggle to try and keep his side pretty clean.
I'll say he's the stronger of.
He is, but I think Fulham. He is, but I think Villa are just decent at going forward.
Yeah.
So I think he'll struggle. That's what I'm saying. I think he'll struggle, and he's their best player at defending. So I think it will be tough for them, which is why I've gone high scoring.
I mean, Villa are going to get a lot of support this season because of the way they play. The manager, the team is coming along nicely as well. But I can still see them having these odd games where, nowadays, 5 or so years ago, Fulham Villa it's a 50-50 game. Really.
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
50-50, yeah. Definitely.
Now people are probably more easily pushing towards Villa, but I still think they've got them odd performances in them, like against United. You know, they're just sometimes lackadaisical, not clinical enough.
I get you.
Don't have the bit between their teeth enough. And I think Fulham are actually one of them teams that are showing they have got that grit, especially at home as well.
Yeah, if you're gonna do well in the Prem, you got to make your home stadium a fortress, which is what Fulham do.
Yeah.
So fair play, 1-1. I've gone 3-2 Villa, 2 draws in a row, mate. On to the third game. What a game of football you're in store for if you're going down to this one. Ipswich against Everton. I think this is going to be hilarious. In my honest opinion, I honestly think Ipswich are going to beat them. At home, they need to pick up points. Like, Ipswich will struggle away from home just because Prem teams of the budget they've got, the fans they've got, the players that's there. It's hard to get close in one season, especially if you don't spend a couple of 100 million. Yeah. It's quite hard, and we're seeing the difference now. So, but again, Everton are one of those clubs that these teams that have come up from the Championship are thinking we could nick something, because there is a difference between there's levels to the Premier League, and Everton are in that bottom level of not being consistent and losing to these types of teams. Again, when everyone thinks they've turned the page, they might get beat by anyone.
It's fair.
So I think Ipswich are going to do them, mate. 2-1.
Bosh!
I'm backing Everton.
Fair again.
Backing him again.
Fair enough.
I can't remember the last time this has happened. Backing him back to back. But yeah, again, we've said that Everton have shown that they can score goals. It's just a case of holding on to the lead that they've got. I don't think Ipswich can. If Everton were to go 1 or 2-0 up, I don't think Ipswich are going to come back. I don't think they've got it in them to do that.
No.
So I can see Everton going 1 or 2 up, then sitting in, creating their own problems. Ipswich maybe getting a goal back and making it tight. So I'm going with 2-1 Everton.
Bosh!
Opposite score to you.
Fair enough.
But yeah, just think Everton should have enough, and honestly, they need to. These are the game I like. The position that they're in. Like this has to be 3 points.
Yeah, they have to win.
Have to win this.
It just has to be.
I get what you're saying, but hopefully Ipswich pick up some points here.
Yeah,
and we'll see what happens when it comes, mate. We're close.
I don't mind it at Ipswich win, but it's hard to see.
It is. I get what you're saying. I've just gone with them just so I can try pick up some points here.
Yeah.
On to the next one. Man United against Brentford. Old Trafford.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say anything about the stadium. I'll just speak about the football. What do you think, mate?
Honestly, I'm going with Brentford. Straight off the bat, going with Brentford. Backed United a couple of times recently. They managed to get a couple of points from games, but they just look toothless, honestly. Like, there's just nothing that I can see from them going forward that I'm like, okay, this team is going to cause people consistent problems. It's like they need people to have individual moments of brilliance, and that's not going to happen every week. It's just not going to happen. I think Brentford are a better unit. They know their roles more than United players do.
Yep.
They've more set starting 11.
Mm-hmm.
Confident in their jobs and their position. I'm going with 2-1 Brentford. It's always United just make it close. We've said this numerous times.
Mm-hmm.
They play close, whether they're winning or they're losing. It's either they play close or get battered. That's it. They don't really batter teams.
No,
they battered some league. What was the League One team or something? They battered 7 or something. Exactly. Yeah. So, but yeah, they play very close. But I'm fancy Brentford, honestly. United, yeah. I mean,
yeah. No, I've gone Desmond.
Bosh!
You like a Desmond?
Yeah.
Got 2 of them this week. This is my first one.
Yeah.
Like you, United play close. There's not really much more to say about it. Again, like you were saying about the Fulham Villa game, back in the day, this is 100% United 4, 5, 6 you're talking about. Mm-hmm. You're talking about who's going to get on the score sheet, not how many Brentford are going to get on the score sheet, which is the problem now that United have.
Yeah. Brentford are 100% scoring.
100%. Maybe 2.
100%.
Which is why I'm going 2-2.
Yeah.
But I just don't see United keeping these lot out. And Buemo, if he keeps moving around that defence, there ain't no way Johnny Evans at 37, 38 is stopping them lot. It's not happening.
Yeah, I mean, just to add to that, I don't think Brentford are amazing going forward at the moment either.
They're not.
They've lost all.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think even set pieces, they're going to create something. They're going to create some chances. more than 2 or 3 against United.
Oh yeah,
And I'm 100% sure they'll take at least one.
yeah.
At least.
I'd have to agree with you on that. But like, you know what? This like back in the day, this game would have been better, or in future, this game can get better when United get better.
Okay, just do better.
Because Brentford are getting up there now, so United just need to United need to be better again.
Yeah.
And then this game will be pretty fun.
Yeah.
Like the next game, which I think is a brilliant game, Newcastle United against Brighton. Teams that are genuinely good separately. When they come together, the game's horrendous.
Sometimes.
Like we see it with our games, like Liverpool, Arsenal. Sometimes they're super boring.
Yeah.
Man United, Man City. Sometimes super boring. I think this game has a little bit of a difference to it for me. I am going high scoring again, and you're going to see this score from me a lot this season. 3-2 Newcastle.
Bosh.
Because I honestly think there's a lot of teams in the Premier League that, yes, they're good at going forward, but they ain't good at defending. So they're going to have to outscore teams, which is why we're seeing 5-2, 6-2s, 4-2s. Because even Chelsea know, if you go 4-2 up against Wolves, mate, they can score 2 goals.
Yeah.
That's why you have to make it 5-6 for them to go, all right, cool. Let's wait till next week now, and we've got battered.
100%.
So I'm going 3-2 Newcastle based on that fact.
I'm close. I'm going 3-1
Bosh.
Newcastle. I think Brighton showed the frailties against Spurs. Spurs should have put them away.
Yeah.
Just a poor performance from Spurs to allow Brighton to get back into the game.
Second half, yeah.
Them taking their chances. But Spurs should have killed the game.
Easily.
And I think Newcastle at home are more clinical and more ruthless. This is where their performances come. We've said it time and time again.
Yeah.
They get so much from the fans. It's a brilliant atmosphere. And I think it will prove it once again. I think 3-1. Decent victory coming back from international break. And yeah, Brighton's good work against Spurs I think it's gonna be the holes that they showed against Spurs are gonna be severely opened up and shown.
Anthony Gordon's
against
definitely
Newcastle.
getting in behind, mate. That's for certain. At home as well, definitely happening. I don't think Wolves is going to be able to do much to help Brighton against Newcastle.
Yeah.
But we'll see, mate. You've gone 3-1, I've gone 3-2. Newcastle at home, we've both picked them. That's the respect we have for them at home.
Yeah, absolutely.
On to the next one. Southampton against Leicester City. What do you reckon, mate?
Dodgy one, honestly.
This is
Yeah, a bit dodgy, isn't it?
a hard game.
Dodgy one
hard
to
game.
pick. I would low-key side with Leicester.
Yeah.
Not for any particular reason, honestly. I just think they have more Prem talent than Southampton currently do in their team.
Fair enough.
Close game. This could be one of your like 3-2s or something like that, honestly. That's what I'm going with, actually. Yeah, 3-2 Leicester.
Bosh.
There's not honestly too much I can say about this game. It will be a very difficult one. I can see any result coming from this. But yeah, just fancy Leicester.
Yeah, same. I've just tipped them as well. I said 2-1 Leicester.
Bosh.
I mentioned for that kid Dibbling at Southampton. He's brilliant.
Yeah, he is.
Very, very
He'll
young.
get bought. Yeah.
He will definitely get bought by a bigger club if they don't stay up this year, which is looking a bit up and down at the moment. We're only 8 games in, so there's a long way to go.
I think it's highly unlikely.
Yeah, but I again, for the same reasons that you said, I'm kind of just edging towards Leicester because, like you say, they've got more Premier League prowess for me. There's more going on in each different department, but definitely that he could be at Leicester next year.
Who?
That dribbling geezer.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is very, very hard to call, which is why both of us have made it pretty tight. 3-2. I'm telling you, you're going to see that scoreline a lot. Because clubs are
VAR
scoring.
and pens and everything else, and yeah, you're going to see a lot more goals.
Like
I think that's what they
scoreline's
want.
problem.
They just want goals.
Yeah, it's entertainment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Entertainment. Sell the product, definitely. On to the next one. What's their stadium called again?
Vitality.
The Vitality Stadium. My team, Arsenal, against Bournemouth at the Vitality. 5:30. I like night kickoffs under the lights.
Yeah.
We're in the winter now as well, so it look very cool under the spotlights. Bournemouth got a cool stadium as well. It still feels like a championship compact stadium, like how close the fans are to the pitch and with the little stands. I honestly think we're not going to wipe the floor with them. I've given them a goal just because they're at home, and I can see them nicking a header from a corner or something. Although everyone starts talking about how brilliant we are at corners, It's very easy for a ball to get knocked down and kicked in, innit? Do you get me?
Do
It's
a
not hard,
decent
innit?
area. Jesus
Literally.
Christ, you get a 6'3" geezer to attack it.
And they've got a few of them, innit? They've got Billing. They've got a few
Yeah.
geezers that are quite tall.
He doesn't
So
play too much now, Billin, to be fair.
it comes on for like last 20, innit?
Yeah.
And they normally put him up top, which is hilarious because he's just massive.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I've gone 3-1 Arsenal.
Bosh.
I don't see them causing too much trouble. Do I think they're going to score first and then we'll come back? Probably not. I think they'll get one as a consolation when we're 2 or 3 up. And then we might have to just kick on and get another one to close the game, which I think we're capable of doing. So, yeah.
I've gone, again, same difference. I've gone 2-0. 2-0
Bosh.
to Arsenal. Clean enough performance. Bournemouth can cause a lot of problems.
Definitely.
But again, we've seen teams play against Arsenal, play well against Arsenal, create good chances against Arsenal, but just not score.
Loads
It's
in
not
the
really.
Villa game.
It's not like Raya's. People buzz off Raya and say, "Yeah, it's Raya."
No, you're just kicking at him.
Yeah, when you're putting it straight at a goalkeeper from 4 yards out,
Easy, innit?
should be easy enough to save.
Basically.
But yeah, I just think boring Arsenal's back, man.
Mate,
You just got to get over the line. It doesn't matter about how you play football. It's coming up. It's 20 years. This is 20 years. No title. So
this is the year.
it has to start happening now. And I think the fans don't really care anymore about how you're performing. Just that you're getting the results.
Yeah, win. Just win.
So
Just win.
I think it'll be one of them kind of games. Give a lot of promise to be a good game, but I don't think it will be great watching, honestly. Yeah, you go 1-0 up. Bournemouth will start to push, and you just kill the game off late on 2-0.
Fair enough. I like Bournemouth. I just still think there's a gap in it.
There's 100% a gap. And
For the neutral's sake, I hope it's a good game, but I see it going the way that you see it as well. To be honest with you, it's going to be hard for them to break us down.
Yeah,
I definitely think that. Yeah.
Saka,
move on.
Is Saka going to be injured?
Saka might not be there. Yeah, Saka might.
If that is the case, that's a big worry, honestly.
Saka might not be there. The thing is, when we didn't have Saka but we had Odegaard, it was okay. But now we don't have both of them, might be a problem. Might be a big problem.
I'm saying the attack is the weakest it's been for a while.
Yeah, for sure.
But that doesn't matter. They're still scoring goals.
Well,
and stuff
yeah.
like that, so
Havertz just kicks it in off someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. But yeah, don't worry about us. Hopefully we get the win. On to a game I'd love for the home team to get the win. Obviously, the Cherries fans will want their home team to get the win, but everyone wants this home team to get the win.
Mhm.
Wolves against Manchester City on the Sunday at 2:00.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, mate? What do you reckon?
big shock I'm going with today.
It's what you might call a turn up for the books.
Just going to mess up my...
please.
definitely going to mess up the points counter. Going with 2-2.
Bosh.
2-2.
Yes, explosive players in midfield.
Legendary.
I think on the break can cause City a lot of problems. They really can, honestly. I believe that.
That is
I could
legendary.
be extremely wrong, and City just Haaland has a hat trick in 20 minutes, and they go and win 4-5-0, whatever.
They could.
And I would hold my hands up. But still think City have got some dodgy results in them this season.
Yes.
They've shown a frailty that they haven't shown in previous seasons. They've conceded first quite often, like more than I've ever seen City concede first.
Quickly as well.
Quickly as well, yeah. Which obviously they turn around and whatever else,
Mhm.
but that's not going to happen every week, honestly. And Wolves could have a wicked game, great performance. They played pretty well against us actually last time out.
Mm-hmm.
Just created their own problems, give away a silly penalty,
Mhm.
and then they weren't good on the ball. But there was a point in the game in the second half where we were both just giving the ball back to each other. Like no one really wanted it. Like it was
Under
like
nines
potato.
football.
Yeah, it was just no one. Poor passes left, right, and centre. And if Wolves were just a bit sharper in their moments, they definitely could have got another goal against us for sure. But yeah, 2-2. Come
Desmond,
on,
mate.
up the Wolves.
Up the Wolves,
Up
mate.
the Wolves.
The Wolves. What's their nickname? Black Cats. That's
yeah.
not. Is it Black Cats?
Yeah, it must be Black Cats. Isn't it?
Because they got their little thing with the eyes, isn't it? Yeah, I like their little black
Yeah.
Wolves, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be.
I mean, it should be the Black Wolves, but yeah, all right, fair enough. Black Cats, whatever you want to call
Still
yourselves,
part
isn't
of
it?
The cat family, I guess. That's what
It is true,
But is it? Is a wolf is it a dog?
mate. We bred dogs, innit? Don't worry about that. I have actually gone 3-1 City. I
Bosh.
don't think Wolves are going to stop them, and I think City will continue to go marching on, mate.
No, their nickname is just Wolves.
It's just Wolves. Who's the Black Cats then? Oh, it's probably got to be like
Who's the
Sunderland or
Black
someone. I
Cat?
think
Yeah,
it's
but I
Sunderland.
think it is Sunderland.
it's
Yeah.
Sunderland. But yeah, basically, I honestly, I hope what you're saying comes true. But I'm going with my head. Every single game City played last year, I went with my heart, and I lost points, and I got absolutely battered last season in the points tally. So I'm going 3-1 City. I don't think Wolves are going to stop them.
Yeah.
Pep Roulette, whoever the geezer brings in, has an absolute worldie, scores 2 like Kovacic, does nothing the whole rest of the time, and then grabs 2.
Yeah.
KDB's not there, Rodri's not there, and their CDM scoring 2 goals. So, mate, I honestly don't think Wolves are going to stop them. I hope they do, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have to wait and see. On to the penultimate game of the
Wolves.
game week, up the Wolves. And this game is the biggest game of the game week. And it's got your team in it.
Yeah.
Liverpool against Chelsea at Anfield.
Mhm.
I love the fact that you lot have played all of your games that I would call so-called big games at home so far. Because at the end of the season, you got to go away. So right now, you've played a lot of home games.
This is like the second biggest game.
Yeah,
it's so far.
I think this is
Oh, we
going to be
played
a big
United
game.
away.
United away, yeah.
Easy,
It's a championship team, isn't it? It's a mid-table clash.
Not mid-table clash, but
Sorry, mid-table team you're playing against.
Yeah.
Liverpool against Chelsea, 4:30 on a Sunday. What have you said since it's your clock?
See, this is a dodgy game for me.
I'm getting bad vibes again.
Again.
And if you go off past experience, it will be a draw. And I don't want to go for a draw, even though I can easily see a 1-1 or a 2-2 or a 0-0. I can 100% see a draw in this game, but I'm going against my better judgment.
Bosh.
Sure. And I'm going with 2-0 Liverpool. We're not going to concede. It will be the fifth clean sheet already of the season. Out of 8 games.
A lot of them adding up.
I think it could even be more than that, actually. Forest and just Wolves, no?
A lot of them
Maybe
adding up.
6. But anyway, yeah, unless Palmer's on
Ipswich
on
scored
Flames.
against, you know?
No.
Oh.
Unless Palmer's on
That's
Flames. Yeah, that was it, yeah.
Palmer, well, but basically, let's rephrase this, and I'll rephrase this for you, and I'll rephrase this for everyone at home. This is Liverpool versus Palmer.
Okay.
Because it ain't Liverpool versus Chelsea. I apologise to all the Chelsea players, but you ain't doing enough compared to Cole Palmer. So it is Liverpool versus Palmer.
It's fair, yeah.
Seasons gone by, it was Arsenal versus Salah. Stuff
Some
like
of them
this.
are just flaky, like, and I just see them making stupid mistakes. I think like a few of their players are still quite young and headless.
They are.
Make silly decitions.
That Colwell comes into
Yeah,
midfield and kicks
just-
people all the
just,
time.
Yeah, a lot. He loves to get involved in that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Both fullbacks. Gusto, whether it's Gusto,
Yeah.
I don't think Chilwell really plays anymore.
Not really.
Diaz, Disasi, centre back, headless.
headless.
Badiashile, headless.
Even Enzo, Saicedo,
Wesley
Fofana,
headless.
headless.
Enzo, headless. Saicedo, headless.
Yeah.
Even the attacking players can be headless, like your Felix.
Palmer
Nkunku.
sometimes even kick
Palmer,
people.
yeah, absolutely.
But I think like you're 100% right. Sorry to interrupt you. You're 100% right. I think Chelsea's team is going to be brilliant in 2-3 years.
Of course,
Like
but we've said
absolutely
that,
insane.
yeah. We've
But
said that for
not
sure.
right
They're
now.
showing
innit?
it already, though.
They're
If you think
showing
about it, I mean,
Against the littler clubs.
there was a lot of talk about Chelsea this season, what they were going to do with the new manager, but he's put them together well, and they're
No,
top
he's
four
done well.
right now.
He's done well.
Obviously,
Mate,
it's a long season, but they've got the squad to chop and change, and it's just based on the player performances coming in. If they need to chop and change,
yeah.
then perform, and I'm pretty sure they will, because there is a bit still of uncertainty about the starting 11.
Yeah.
So positions are very much up for grabs, and they should have that thought process.
Yeah, definitely,
Um,
definitely. I've gone
Bosh.
with you, mate. I've gone 3-0 Liverpool. I don't even think Chelsea are going to score. Honestly, like you're saying, loads of their players are headless, and we know even with a well-structured team,
Yeah.
going to Anfield can be a big problem.
Mhm.
If you get on the wrong side of the fans, or the manager or one of the players starts to cause a scrap.
Yeah.
If you get the fans riled up for this game too early, you could be losing 4-5-0 here. Honestly, like Anfield is one of the worst stadiums to play in. Like from the opposition team, and it's the best if you're playing for Liverpool.
Yeah, for sure.
But I can honestly see Chelsea's temperament being lost here. Like what happened to
That's
Tottenham.
what I'm hoping, honestly.
Mate,
So I
what
say
they
that
did to
either
Tottenham-
one of the two midfield gets sent off.
I think 2 red cards are coming
That's
for
what
Chelsea. Honestly,
There's going to be a lot. I think there'll be a lot of yellows.
there's going to be a red.
which can put them on the back foot immediately. The players won't make tackles. They might have if they weren't already on
Mhm.
yellows and stuff like that. which
Mhm.
gives us an extra bit. Yeah, I just think hoping for another clean sheet, can easily see a draw in this game because it happens so bloody often, which is frustrating. But this is the best Chelsea have been for a couple of years, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
definitely,
And it'll be a good
11.
result to win against them, honestly.
Yeah, I think 3-0 Liverpool, mate. I don't think they're going to cause you too much trouble, honestly.
3-0, but so the last 7 games, there's not been more than 3 goals.
Is it?
6 out of the last 7, sorry.
Fair enough.
But well, adding to that, we haven't lost, wait, what? In 9 in all competitions.
Against Chelsea. That's why I'm saying 3-0, mate. They're going to come to Anfield.
But
Enzo's getting sent
5
off.
draws in there.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Five.
But 0-0s and 1-1s.
Couple 0-0s, 1-1, 2-2. Mate, yeah.
Fair enough, mate.
For
Well,
the-
this is going to be. I think this is definitely going to be the best game week. Best game of the game week.
We start strong and finish strong, to be fair. With Tottenham, West Ham to begin
Yeah.
it, and then this is the second last game.
Second last game. Even the game we're coming on to now,
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest against Palace. This is a good game.
Yeah,
They both got
teams.
good attacking players.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both good.
They both should score quite a number of goals, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Eze should be fit,
Mhm.
and they'll be buzzing with it. Forest, honestly, the way they move the ball, we always say it, it's brilliant.
Mhm.
They're just that clinical. They just need to be a bit more clinical, and I think at home they have that in them to just say, you know what, we're gonna do it. This is on a
Yeah.
Monday, by the way,
Yeah,
8
Monday
o'clock.
night
We
kickoff.
got Monday. We must not have many games in the week, so Monday night football is back. So yeah, I honestly
Bosh.
think, mate, I've gone 2-2. I've gone Desmond. This is my second Desmond of the game week.
Mhm.
Like I say, they've both got great attacks, both a little bit leaky as well, and they both do love to play out from the back. And that is where you'll see strikers pouncing on the ball.
Yeah.
And if you've got anyone in attacking midfield moving the ball, trying to press the defence, and they're holding the ball too long, the ball's going to get nicked,
Mhm.
and they will score. And both of these teams do it, and they're both liable for a mistake at the back. So I'm going 2-2, mate.
I hear you completely. I'm going with
Bosh.
Palace on this game week. I'm going 2-1 Palace. Basically mirroring what you're saying, to be honest with you. Both very good in the attacking sense. But especially in this type of game,
Yes.
they can definitely look very sharp.
Mm-hmm.
I just think Palace will just have enough to get over the line. Forest are going to create a lot of chances. It's going to be one of them games where they're going to look back on it and think they should have won.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think Palace are just going to have enough to get over the line. Not like a massive thought process behind it. Just looking at the two and the squads as well. Yeah, I just fancy Palace slightly.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
Completely makes sense, mate. I have nothing.
There's not a lot to be.
That's a
to
hard
that
game.
one.
That's a good game, mate. Like, it's hard to guess, which is why I've gone Desmond,
Yeah.
because they're both very, very good, very, very good football clubs.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
mate.
Interesting game to round off the game week for
Definitely.
sure. Brilliant one to start us off, and some interesting other fixtures in between as well.
Oh, very interesting.
As
For
always,
sure,
of
for
course,
sure.
as
Newcastle, Brighton for me is up there with
Yeah.
being one of the best
Brentford,
as well.
Fulham, Villa.
Yeah, Brentford.
Look, if you actually go through it, it's Bournemouth, Arsenal Bournemouth at home against
Mhm.
Arsenal. You know, only really I would say, obviously not from my prediction, just if I had to pick, City is should be a
Easy,
strike off.
easy accumulator. adder.
But that's pretty much it, honestly.
It's hard,
I
mate.
don't
I'm
think
telling you.
like maybe yourselves, City and Arsenal, maybe, but it's because you're away there. It kind of adds that extra bit of
Yeah, and Bournemouth are good.
Exactly.
So it's like if they decide to turn up and win a game, it's there to be had, isn't it?
yeah,
Especially if Saka's not there, it's there to be had.
for
Definitely.
sure.
But that rounds it out, mate.
Yeah, another game week. It's getting exciting. What we're going to be saying midway stage or even at Christmas? You still think it's going to look like it is at the moment?
I think it's between you and us to take the league. I'm not being biased. I just think City have shown a lot of frailties which we haven't seen this season, and they've also lost, in my opinion, 2 of their best players. So I honestly think it's going to be us and you. As long as we keep our players fit,
Yeah,
which is I think the only issue we have, because structure-wise, player for player-wise, yes, our attack is like toothless, but somehow we score 2 or 3.
yeah.
So it's like if we keep getting over the line, even being like this, I think it'll be us and you, mate. I don't see anyone else creeping yet. Villa, yes, of course. And
Chelsea?
Emre is very good at player management. Chelsea, I don't think they'll have
Dark
enough to.
horse?
Dark horse, definitely. I'd more so lean towards. Do you know what though? I can't really say I'd lean more towards Newcastle and Chelsea, Newcastle and Villa to finish above them because Chelsea are a massive club. No matter how plastic I think they are, same as City, they're there or thereabouts in it every year because they've got the money and they've got the academy and they've got the players.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely a dark horse. I don't think they'll have enough to push us. Like if we both go 90 plus, they ain't getting 90 plus. I still say City could get 90 plus and it would be us three. But yeah, I don't think Chelsea are. I don't think Chelsea are in there. I think it's us and you, mate.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think City are still favourites.
Definitely.
In my opinion.
We're the favourites though. Bookies, Arsenal
now?
favourites. Yeah,
Yeah.
Arsenal favourites, and we've been favourite for the last 3 game weeks.
Maybe because of Rodri, more than likely.
100% because of Rodri.
You've got some injuries as well, man. So I don't know.
And they've got to come back, and we're still winning.
Yeah, I'm gonna be happy with top 3. Fourth, I don't want to be 4th because I do think we are the 3rd best team in the league, honestly. Yourself and City are number 1 just because of what they've done. Yourself 2nd, and us 3rd. So I would not be mad at it being like that. Obviously, we want City to be knocked off their perch a bit. Yeah.
If they're frightened of a storm, send them down to Camp 2!
I think they're about to make it 5 in a row or some stupid shit like that. Making a bit of a mockery of the league, to be honest.
20 years, mate. It's coming.
Yeah, 20 years, exactly. That time flew. But we just need City to get relegated, man. We've said the Prem will be so much better league, so much more exciting if City were not in it. Honestly, I believe that wholeheartedly. Don't need Haaland. You don't need Foden. You don't need any of these players to be in the Prem.
No, we'll
you don't
sign
really need them. I don't know what they would do, to be fair, if they did get expelled, but the Prem would just be so much tighter.
It would be tighter for sure.
There's no inevitability. If you take City out of the league, you can't tell me for 100% who's going to win that.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Yeah, you can't. It's not City anymore.
City have proved for the past 4 or 5 years.
It's City.
You can. They're favourites, strong favourites, and for a reason, and they backed it up.
Yeah. Let's see, mate. Let's
This
see
way
what
you
happens at
could see a Villa
115.
or a Newcastle or a Chelsea come and win the league.
Yeah.
With a good, strong season of everyone staying fit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But City, even still, if they don't have people fit, they still somehow manage to win the league.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kick them out, man. No one wants them in there no more. Only City fans who've.
There's not that many of them anyway.
Few and far between,
we can get them out.
Even
definitely.
if they put a poll in, most of I guess the responses would come from the Arab part of the world. There wouldn't be much City fans that would be making it signing a petition at all.
Definitely not, mate. Definitely not. Let's see though.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. 115, mate.
115. And well, Pep said 155 or something, so
Let's see, mate.
maybe there's some that we don't know about as well. Well, that's a slip of the tongue, perhaps. But anyway, thank you again for watching wherever you're watching from. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you at Game Week 9.